Oh my gosh. Self-awareness and a clever transition into the video? 2 cents off.
Oh god, this cat moves like those nightmare CGI ones from the Cats musical movie.
So you're sinning a cat for moving like a cat. For those of you who are wondering why I'm saying this, the actors for the Cats movie actually went to cat school for a varying amount of time, depending on how important their roles were or how well they learned the material. Yeah, Cats had some weird money spending habits.
Wouldn't it have been better to have these credits come before the video started, so they're not covering the animation itself? I know nothing's really happening in the background, but it feels a bit distracting.
How can you be distracted from nothing?
Again, kudos for trying something unique, but because of the cloud's transparency, it catches the light of their sun weirdly. The clouds are reddish, yet it's midday.
What kind of colorblindness are you that causes you to see light gray as reddish?
Silent night, the coast is clear.
More misplaced textures. It looks like this dude has scratched plastic for hair. This is looking more like the Lego movie than Minecraft.
You had a fair point up until you said this looked more like the Lego movie than Minecraft.
Katara's hair defies gravity by jumping over the baby creeper, and can't stay consistently posed between shots. We just watched her hair fall over the creeper in the previous shot, but in this one, it happens again.
This is an issue of not properly overlapping the separate camera shots in the editing process, but you treat it as if it were a keyframing issue.
Also, how could she have smuggled it in, given how creeper-phobic the townsfolk seem to be? It so clearly wasn't hidden by the grass and hair.
The only people she saw when walking to her house were either sleeping or walking in a different direction as her. Her house is right there, and the town doesn't look like it has a lot of foot traffic. Also, calling wheat grass.
Every shadow being cast by the eyebrows, eyelids, and pupils looks so wrong.
Care to explain how it looks wrong? No? Okay.
As the creeper jumps off the ledge, its wooden cast disappears, only to return when it's back on the floor.
Says it's wood, whilst showing a scene where you can see that it's not wood. And don't give me that, it could be birch, because this shade is too dark for birch.
Don't get close.
Whoa! You should know your creeper etiquette, Katara. Scaring one like that is a surefire way to get it to explode.
This creeper obviously trusts her and knows she won't do it harm because she's nursing it back to health.
Meanwhile, he has a pretty obscure reaction.
Obscure, when used as an adjective, quite literally means uncertain. One would be a bit uncertain on how a creeper got into their home when they don't have former knowledge on one.
These little figurines move backward for no reason.
It's called bumping into them.
And the couch that Robin Hood sat down on soon after entering the store is suddenly gone, or moved off to the side, given the plant is now in view from the door rather than the couch.
If you compare these shots side by side, you will see that the flower is in the same position in both of them. Do I need to continue?
Disregarding the fact that creepers explode within 3 seconds once in the proximity of a player.
You've learned nothing from Dust Buddies, have you?
Now, for no reason, there's a fisheye effect again when the camera spins around the characters. It just adds nothing to the scene.
The first one you pointed out, I can give you. This one, though, actually does have a reason. According to 90 Seconds, a fisheye lens can be used when a character is trying to make sense of a large or chaotic setting. Well, this is pretty chaotic, don't you think? It also adds a disorienting feel, as this is most likely the first moment where their relationship gets testy.
Why does a wild creeper trust Katara? The only plausible answer must be that she herself is part creeper.
Katara has hugged a creeper before, and therefore has it set on her. Do I need to continue?
There's a weird particle effect in the air for some reason.
Pollen.
Going back to the non-use of layout, this crouched animation just goes forward very unnaturally. I know this was 2015, but use this as a lesson to why you should lay out your scenes.
Why did you mention 2015 like it wasn't common to have layouts then? We've been doing layouts for animation since the 20s.
What did I tell you, Katara? Scaring a creeper is the best way to get blown up.
Well, this creeper doesn't have the same bond with Katara as the one she nursed. Plus, this creeper didn't know it was Katara as it was facing the other way.
What did I tell you, Katara? Scaring a creeper is the best way to get blown up. You won't be injured, of course. The main character never gets injured.
She is nearly unconscious in the next scene. What are you talking about? Also, the main character never gets injured? Let me introduce you to films like How to Train Your Dragon, John Wick 3, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, The Revenant, Die Hard, Iron Man, Infinity War.
There's a lighting glitch on this blade of grass for a moment here.
It took me 4 watches to get what you were talking about. Would've been nice to have an arrow. And the sin total is 20 cents, and now for a review of this episode. Compared to the last video I covered, this was a definite improvement. It fell into the same pitfall as the last video where they were questioning the world building right in front of them, but it was pretty minimal and they were objective when criticizing it. I can definitely say it was a better watch than some of their other stuff. Next up is one of those other stuff.